Good morning. Good morning, dribblers. Subscribe to the channel. I think I might do a live stream today. Might do a Dribble podcast episode today. I ain't been able to afford the studio though. Whenever I record a joint, it's $50 a clip. Shh. It's been hectic. Dun. Happy Friday. Good morning. Hey man, I'm guilty, man. I gotta plead guilty in front of the congregation. I gotta plead guilty. I had some, I got a dental surgery coming up, man. I'm getting some new implants and all of that. You know what I mean? I could use the extra funding. So, you know what I mean? As opposed to a lot of these niggas who will post a GoFundMe and get the begging and shit like that. I had to get it from the muscle. But, hey man, based on that which came before these guys, man, oh man. He said Hollywood teeth, not Hollywood teeth. You ain't even gonna see these and shit. I'm buying new molars and shit. Some people just, you know, they refurnish the front. I'm buying molars. I want molars back. You, me, and bro were the same shit. A bunch of nerds beefing. Hey yo, man. I can no longer try to exaggerate, man, and pump that shit up, man. They did set it off. They created an environment where a bunch of people start firing off battle rap shots and shit like that. Let's say that it was a dry spot early in the fiscal year. Let me see. It's kind of still like the first quarter. We going into the second quarter now and shit. And it was like a dry spot, man. So I guess maybe niggas wanted some entertainment or wanted this to be something. Based on that, let me close this door. Based on that which came before these niggas, that shit garbage. It is, man. Hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? I got to run it back. Okay, yeah. It booted up to the car and shit. It booted up to the whip. Jay Morrison, suck a dick. I'm kicking you out my chat. I be wanting to slap some of you niggas sometimes and shit. Let me get you the fuck up out of here. Yeah, once I cut the whip on and shit, it booted up. My bad. He said, finally somebody said it. Like a nerd battle and shit, man. Like I said, I believe, you know, people who are excited about this might, you know, straddle the fence of being a nerd. Ain't nothing wrong with being a nerd. I got a little nerd in me, but a hip-hop nerd ain't good. A hip-hop nerd ain't good, man. Good morning, everybody. He said, I just keep scrolling when this beef pop up. Let me get this nigga up out of here. Think I booked the wrong person. Now let me see who I booked. I booked somebody. Yeah. It wasn't even Jay Morrison. I booked the wrong nigga. My bad, man. I didn't invited you to the Frank stand. Boom. Let me find Jay Morrison. I booked him. I respect Gully for putting that herb down, but I needed weed and coffee in the morning from me. He said it was a desperate attempt to make rap. He said my man clapped the innocent bystander. I unhitted him and shit. All right, I put him back. All right, boom. Oh yeah, I booked the right nigga. Let me get you up out of here. Yeah, I shot the right nigga. All right, he gone. And if I was wrong, it's collateral damage. The United States do it all the time. He said, bro, the sea moss gummies is crack. I gotta get more. Yeah, I like them. I like the pineapple joints. I ain't tried the berry ones yet. Make sure y'all go to my website and get one. I'll be on here trigger happy and paranoid sometime, man. But yeah, the nerd battle. The shit that came before these guys, man. Ether, you know, Jay-Z, Nas, Jadakiss State Property, LL Cool J, and all of the Cannabis, all of the people he battled, Mo D. There's been other Beans and Jadakiss. There's been battles that preceded these. And he said, this the battle of the bookworms. He said he brought him back to clap him again. Yeah, I clapped him again. He said, only so-called gangster nigga that blog and do online will say this and agree. I don't know what you meant by that. Good morning, everybody. Now that I got that off my chest, that battle ain't doing nothing, man. It's not. It started off on a bad foot. You had a motherfucker who fired a diss shot and took the shit back, apologized for it. This shit was doomed to begin with. He said the beef is over a chick. All right, enough of that. Let's talk about the real battle. The battle in the East. Man, the Knicks and Philly went to war. The NBA don't got no rivalries no more. There's no rivalry games in the NBA no more. Everybody friendly. We got a new rivalry in the East. We're going to call it the Big East. Whenever they own, it's the Big East. It's like Syracuse and Georgetown in the late 80s. The New York Knickerbockers versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Man, they got it on. Man. Philly was at a disadvantage, man. Everybody didn't come to play. Tobias Harris had 0 points in 29 minutes. They waited until game 6 to bring Buddy Hield off the bench to hit some threes and shit. Had they did that a couple of games ago, maybe the series would have been a little different and shit. But that nigga Jalen Brunson, man, goddamn. We got to clap it up for the Knicks, man. I hope that they don't move none of the furniture around. You know, when niggas get to feeling themselves, they get to ask for all kind of money and they trade key players and they fuck everything up. Do not break up the New York Wildcats. That's what they calling them. The New York Wildcats. That's Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Dante DiVincenzo. Don't break them niggas up, man. Don't break them. Everybody on that team, man. Randall gonna come and fuck that shit all up. I'm glad Randall ain't in these playoffs, man. Randall would have got in the way of everything that's going on right now, because he's clearly a selfish player. He's always been selfish. He's clearly somebody to get out there and be trying to get his. He be shooting threes and all type of shit, man. Like, you don't need to be shooting no threes. You don't. I just gotta say this for the Sixers fans. He said, can they trade Randall? I would get rid of him and get somebody that know how to know their role. To the Sixers fans, Philly, this needs to be said. Anytime you got a 7-foot nigga, 7'1" nigga, damn near 300 pounds, 270 pounds, who be hanging out around the perimeter and shit like that, you fucking up. You fucking up. You fucking up. This nigga catch the ball way too far out. When they feed the ball to Embiid, that nigga be 10 feet away from the bucket. He be about a foul line. He be up out around the perimeter and shit like that. Like, he's fucking up everything. Spacing. Like, if your 7-footer is on the perimeter and he shoot the ball and miss, you at a disadvantage for rebounding. If your 7-footer is on the perimeter and somebody else shoot something from the perimeter, shoot something from deep, there's nobody down there to box out and rebound and regulate shit. That nigga Josh Hart, he's 6'4". That nigga be in that fucking paint. You know what I'm saying? He said they hate contact. It's coaching, man. Coaches don't be checking these niggas, man. Like, coaches don't be checking these niggas, yo. For real. He said, Embiid was in Tobias' way. He said, I heard don't nobody box out no more. Shh. He said, I see your point. This is a great point, man. If you watch the game, a lot of times when Embiid he don't start trying to bully and be around the rim until the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, when the game is on the line and shit like that. That nigga think he a goddamn guard. Once they start letting 7-foot motherfuckers shoot threes and shit like that, this is some shit that was unheard of. This shit was outlawed. You know what I mean? This shit was outlawed. Your big man shooting. Your big man ain't even around the rim. Your big man ain't around the rim, man. What's up with the offensive rebounds? What's up with the putback? You don't see Embiid get no putback dunks. You know what I'm saying? He said Sam Perkins started it. He really did. But Perk was hitting them joints, yo. They used to get benched for that shit exactly. Don't box out. And maybe that's the reason why a 6'4" motherfucker like Josh Hart is getting double-figure rebounds every game. You don't got nobody down there to boogie with him. He said, keep his big ass in the paint. The big man game is on life support. They saying trading. He said, Embiid knee was shot, bro. He couldn't bang in the paint. He could continue to jack up threes, though. Remember when a center was a center? Exactly. When a center played in the center of in the center of the defense, in the center of the offense, and everybody situated themselves around that. Nobody on the Sixers can get to the basket. No shot creators except for Maxey. Yeah, Maxey the only one that'll get to the rim. Him and Jalen. You know how whenever the Lakers and Golden State played, they was on TV? They need to focus that attention on the Knicks and Philly. Jalen Brunson versus Tyrese Maxey and shit. That's a nice matchup. They obviously be kind of feeding off each other. I believe Jalen Brunson forced Maxie to raise. He raised the bar. It raised the bar for him. It raised the bar for him. You could see it. And don't get me wrong, Maxie been doing his thing all year. He's proven he could score. But when Jalen bringing that fucking pain like that to them niggas, man, and you the opposing point guard, you can't help but to feel like I gotta get him back. I gotta get him back. Word. The centers nowadays want to be guards. Them niggas should be good friends. Jalen and Maxie should be good friends. They should, man. They should. They should be good friends. Them niggas put on a hell of a performance, man. They bring out the best in each other. He said Jalen is the point version of Jokic. Man, Jalen is really, really nice, yo. The Knicks is nice. That, what's dude name? OG something. He did that dunk last night. Man, I was jumping all over the living room, man. What he's number? He number 0 or 23? Who did the dunk last night going down the stretch? He pump fake at the perimeter, went in there and funked that shit. He dunked on he basically dunked on Embiid. OG. That was like one of the big plays in that game. That and that three-pointer that Josh Hart hit, and that OG dunk. When you get a dunk like that, man, when the heat is on, that it's infectious, man. It's an injection of energy into the whole team. 3-way trade. Damian Little to Miami, Terry Rozier to Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell to the Bucks. I don't know if Cleveland gonna give up Donovan. OG did his thing. They whole squad did their thing, man. Like that last night was a game when you seen everybody contributed on time. Straight up. He said Josh Hart, what's up, Sabrina? He sealed it though. Josh Hart is the Draymond Green of the East. He the Draymond Green of the East. I was shocked when they said that he was 6'4". I seen him in person playing against the Cavs at the end of the season. And he was like one of the most muscular niggas on the court, man. That nigga's a big nigga. He's a big dude. He is, man. He big ass shoulders. His trunk is real big and muscular. So the way that he be in there getting busy with them, he getting that off in the gym. He said that the Knicks would trade OG for Bridges. I wouldn't trade none of them Knicks, man. I wouldn't. I would trade Randall and find somebody to add on to what the Knicks have. Philly, they got to get rid of a couple of niggas. Philly don't really got no bench. They don't really got no bench. Tobias Harris, man. Him, Dinwiddie, Gabe Vincent, these niggas all should be dead meat and sent overseas, man, or to the G League or something. He said, I used to work at the airport. NBA, NFL cats be big in person. Get rid of Embiid. Why would y'all get rid of he like the anchor to the squad? Like, I'm not saying that he's garbage. He averaged like 31 or 30 during this playoff series. He averaged about 30. But he don't know his role. A couple of years ago, yeah, they need Embiid. A couple of years ago, he played around the rim. He played like a big man and shit. I gradually watched this nigga game just creep away from the rim. The more he hit jump, next thing you know, the nigga think he a three-point shooter. He be shooting deep threes, too. He be shooting deep threes. Coaches be scared to check, you know. In the NBA, once a general manager, once they lock them dudes into them contracts and they paying them niggas a lot of money and shit, the coach probably can't really say much to them because it's an investment. Like, but Coaches need to go back to telling motherfucking players what the fuck to do. Listen, fam, if you shoot a three after halftime, if you shoot a three after halftime, you coming to sit on this motherfucking bench. You gonna be right here next to me. Shoot a three. Shoot a three. I don't care if you open. If you open, dribble in. Dribble to the rim. Like OG did and dunk that shit. Straight up. He said Minnesota can get with Denver. You have two starters that gave you 0 points, Lowry and Harris. I said all series that Buddy should be getting more playing time. They had that nigga buried on the bench. Coaches be scared to coach. Yeah, they do. They do. I find it hard to believe that Isaiah wasn't a coach long, but I find it hard to believe that Isaiah would have tolerated a big man shooting threes and shit like that, especially after halftime. You know what I mean? The old school NBA. The old school NBA center is over. This is European style basketball. Players bigger than them nowadays. The Clippers versus the Mavs. Who's winning? I gotta go with the Clippers. Clippers got a little bit more personnel and shit. I'm gonna go with the Clippers on that. With Kyrie on the team, it shows that what Luka does is kind of one-dimensional. He take a lot of fucking dribbles. And that's pretty much all he do. He don't play a bunch of defense. He's tall. He don't box out. He don't get a lot of rebounds. He just, I need to dribble until I can get somebody in a position to take my shot. He's recently said publicly that he need to do more to help Kyrie. When Kyrie got there, Kyrie was supposed to be the help for Luka. Kyrie was supposed to be the help for Luka. It's a shame. Luka carried the ball a lot, but the refs don't call it. Harden is lethal when he moves the ball around. I saw him slowly hogging and they ended up losing. Dallas has been playing good defense. I don't know if they gonna, I don't know, man. You need more than offense against these guys for sure. Like the defense shit, that's very important. Straight up. If you can defend him, he gets locked down, and that's speaking on Luka. See how Kyrie leading them in Dallas? Point guard should be leading. Brunson was unbelievable last night. Kyrie game is tough, but he played no defense. He's a little dude. Luka's the European Carmelo Anthony. Hold the ball during the whole damn shot clock. Oh, shit. Hold on, I gotta try to keep somebody from disrupting this live stream. I'll say this about the Clips: they have 4 All-Stars. They should have their foot on the Mavericks' neck. We escaped last night. Luka always destroys the Clippers. Brunson can't drop 40 every night. He will be worn out second round. Just watch this. Did the same to D Rose, but he ain't physically gifted like D Rose. The Knicks is playing with enthusiasm. Harden had 9. PG had 15 points in a pivotal game. Them guys want to go home early. Tobias Harris need to be traded ASAP. He was an overrated player and I believe they chose to keep Tobias Harris when they let Jimmy Buckets go. That was a bad mistake. Harris was he was playing pretty good when he was in Detroit, but Detroit was a bad team, so you can't really see the effectiveness of him and shit. Josh Hart is the man. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Like this video. Harris' contract is untradeable. They got to keep him? Tibbs got to add more guys to the rotation. I wouldn't break that core of the Knicks up. They fairly young. I would just try to find a veteran or somebody, man, with a big body to add on to them. And they'll be straight for many years to come. But like I said, the way that Golden State and the Lakers is always on TV, must-see TV, that should be the Knicks and Philly from this point on until they start, if they don't, like destroy the teams and shit. The Christmas game, the Knicks and the Sixers should play on Christmas Day. Like the Lakers and Golden State always get profiled. Them niggas ain't in the playoffs no more. The people that's drawing the teams that's drawing people to watch NBA basketball now is unequivocally the New York Knicks. I tried to watch the Milwaukee game after watching the Knicks and shit like that. That shit just ain't enough action. It ain't. He said the worst big three is the Suns. Bill has been an extreme disappointment. He said no love for Denver. Keep sleeping on us. I don't respect Denver fans. I don't think no Denver fans existed after Carmelo and them niggas left. I don't think nobody liked Denver for real, except people that probably live in Denver. He said, Gully, nobody is watching NBA. The views are down badly. It's probably because LeBron James it's a proven fact that the NBA does great when the Lakers are competitive. But the word is out. If you want to see some good basketball right now, watch the Knicks. Straight up. He said, we've been here. I want Minnesota to get them niggas up out of here. I don't like them. I don't like what they did to the Lakers. I didn't know that nigga Michael Porter got a bunch of brothers and shit. Did y'all see my Instagram post? Make sure you follow me on IG at @IamGullyTV_. Michael Porter got that nigga that got caught gambling and got kicked out the league for life. That's Michael Porter's brother. He said the Knicks can't beat Boston. That's Michael Porter's brother. He said, yeah, he got brothers. He got like 5 of them. Them Porter boys is thugs. He was betting on himself. He should have been betting on his brother. He should have been betting on Michael Porter Jr. This nigga betting on himself. They busted his ass and kicked him out of the league for life. Yo! He said the highest rated teams were the Warriors and the Lakers. That's why the ratings are down. The word is out now. If you want to see some good basketball, watch the New York Knicks. Straight up. He said Porter got 8 siblings. Yeah, their dad must have been a hell of a nigga, man. He got all them tall ass sons and shit. That's a hell of a litter. Couple of them niggas going to jail. One just got 6 years, I believe. I'm riding with the Knicks. He said, well, I got Knicks versus Pacers. I was riding with the Knicks when they was playing the Pacers against Reggie Miller and them niggas. The Knicks in the East. Until something go wrong, if you want an interesting game, it's the David and Goliath shit. The daughters hoop too. The Knicks are back. What you think about the new Kendrick? I said it at the beginning of this live stream, man. I can no longer exaggerate this battle that's going on. I was trying to keep up with the algorithm associated with this nerd battle. It's a fucking nerd battle, man. The Knicks are more entertaining. The Knicks and the 76ers battle is more entertaining than Kendrick and Drake and all these dudes, man. Drake got all this witchcraft going on. This motherfucker using AI and all this shit, man. This shit don't go. This don't go together, man. He said, the new Kendrick is your speed, trust me. Man. Yeah, it's witchcraft, man. These niggas going in the studio doing all this slick shit with computers and shit like that. To write a good rhyme, all it takes is a pen and pad. That's it. He said the Knicks only exciting because they was playing the Sixers what made it hype. Nah, the Knicks had garnered hype when they became the number 2 seed. They won over 50 games this year. And Randall had nothing to do with it for real. Ooh-wee. Them niggas better get rid of Randall. Randall gonna come back and fuck up everything that the Knicks got going on. They better get them somebody who know they role. The Knicks could benefit from somebody like a Thomas Bryant, wherever he at. Thomas Bryant would be good for the Knicks. Straight up. But Randall is gonna... You never seen Thomas Bryant really jacking up threes and shit like that. Randall think he's a three-point shooter. He said, my boy Brunson, he the only reason I started watching the Knicks. He said the 7th seed. I felt that Philly was a little bit better than the 7th seed competitively. I felt that the seeding didn't really describe what Philly could have done. I just don't. I don't. You know what I mean? Randall, Robertson, OG was out. They balled all year. He said they beat a 7th seed. Y'all acting like they made the finals. It was a good series. It's the best series that's been going on this year. This is the best series. Not the Lakers in Denver. The Knicks and the 76ers have been the best series in the NBA playoffs this year. I hope they continue to play like that. I hope they continue to be exciting and dominant. I want to see more home games at Madison Square Garden. This shit is just starting to swell up, man. It's like somebody threw B12 in the pot. He said the Sixers fell to the 7th seed. Y'all haven't been watching the season. Exactly. I felt that they was better. He said it stops with Boston. All they got to do is steal one. Steal one in Boston. Trade Randall for Draymond Green. That sound like a move. He said, nah, keep Randall. That's 25-9 a game. All money ain't good money. Randall is going to come and disrupt all of that shit. All of that dribbling that Jalen be doing, running around screens, passing it, they swinging it really fast. Randall will come and disrupt. You see how they be swinging the ball real fast? Hart get the rebound. Pass it over here. Pass it over here. Jalen run around. Randall going to fuck all of that up. He is. He said, who better than Randall? You need personnel, man. You need personnel. All you gotta do is watch fucking Denver. And you see what Aaron Gordon does for Denver? You see what Aaron Gordon does for Denver? When you come and play against Denver Nuggets, you're not counting this nigga for 30 points. You're not even counting him for 25. You feel me? But he get in there and he do his job. You need people to do their job. Straight up. Indiana gonna put defensive pressure on Brunson and he will burn out. Indiana got some long guys, bunch of tall, lanky motherfuckers and shit. He said Aaron Gordon is an amazing role player. AD got destroyed by Jokic the whole series. Jokic is probably like 50 pounds heavier than AD, but AD averaged like 30-something in that series. He did. He was doing his thing. It was clear that Jokic couldn't stop Anthony Davis either. He couldn't. And as a matter of fact, this is Anthony Davis's best season for the Lakers since he's been there. It was. He played like 74, 78 games or some shit, 76 games or something like that. He just couldn't finish it. Aaron Gordon is an elite athlete. Yeah. AD had a good game on AD or averaged 30-something points, man. He was getting like 30 every night, basically. He was. He said, facts, Joker can't guard a parked car. Let me get you on here, get you up out of here. Let me ask y'all something. Why do y'all come into a motherfucker chat thinking that somebody's gonna engage you into an argument? Why do y'all even think that? Y'all be sitting there typing something malicious and man, ain't nobody going for that shit, man. Motherfucker just get you up out of here with a button push. You see how I just zapped this nigga Bob Smith? He's gone. Don't be the one to get shot. AD was balling. Jokic was too good. Coach Tibbs playing them too many minutes, man. He cost me $1,800 last night. The Lakers shouldn't have had Reeves guard Murray. Team philosophy is killing the star power in the playoffs. Team philosophy gonna go a long way. If you got 5 players that can play the game, 4 players that can play the game, they gonna wear your star player out. They gonna wear your star player out. The thing that's good about the Knicks, them niggas know they role. The Knicks players know their role. They know who their kill switch is. They know who their kill switch is. They do an excellent job of getting him the ball. They do great spacing. You know what I'm saying? And he forces people to try to trap him. And he an excellent passer. He an excellent passer. Yeah, Jalen is a stone cold killer. The Knicks know they role, man. They know their strengths. They do. And it's great to see them execute. Straight up. I'm going to tell you something else. When that ball go up, you see 3 Knicks in the paint trying to get the rebound. Unlike the 76ers, because Embiid wants to play on the fucking perimeter and shit like that. The one game, I think it was game 5, the Knicks had 18 offensive rebounds. That's 18 second chance opportunities. 18. That's from all of them niggas crashing the boards. Did I miss your thoughts on K-Dog versus Drake? Yeah, I said it's a nerd battle, man. I tried to... It's a nerd battle, yo. It is. It's just not the type of battling that we used to. They saying that Kendrick stole some lines from a battle rapper. I believe people be doing that to battle rappers. I believe regular rappers, you know, who make songs and shit like that, I believe they steal from battle rappers. I do. Straight up. Jalen's dad played for the Knicks before. His name was Rick Brunson. He played for Temple. He said, yeah, it's not raw and aggressive. Nah, it ain't, man. My man said it's definitely a nerd battle. Boston will not make it past that Knick synergy. Can't wait till the Pacers versus the Knicks rivalry pop off. He said niggas rapping about plastic surgery and shit like that. That was a reach. They said he stole the Hate You from K-Shine, but he was quoting DMX saying he hate Drake. I think I agree on that. I'm going to have to check out the new Kendrick joint. But right now, it's getting a little bit more pub, probably because of the players involved, than the actual dynamics of the battle and shit. Like, for instance, Cassidy released a diss song versus that was directed at Easy the Block Captain. I feel that Cassidy's diss was better than these niggas' whole battle. Do y'all agree with that? I feel Cassidy's diss against Easy the Block Captain, no matter how briefly it was celebrated, I feel that it was better than the shit that these niggas put, that this big three, I feel that it was better than this big three action. What y'all got to say about that? So that's a fair assessment. He said, I'm gonna go check him out and come back. I think that Cassidy shit was a little bit more hard hitting. What's your thoughts on Floyd being held in Dubai? I'm glad you mentioned that. Don't quote me because I got this from one person. But I heard that he's being held in Dubai about a jewelry theft. This is what I heard. I heard they was at a jewelry store in Dubai and somebody from Floyd's entourage might have stole something or made it out the store without paying. Right? And they basically told Floyd, hey, until he bring that shit back, he said, yeah, his man stole some jewels. Apparently one of his mans got sticky fingers and then did the dip. I heard them niggas over there, them sheiks, them oil barons and shit like that, told him, until he bring that shit back, you ain't going no motherfucking way. Hey, yo, them niggas from overseas be kidnapping motherfuckers, man. Remember that shit happened with Juelz and J.R. Ryder? With them niggas from England? They be telling me you ain't going. Now you cannot leave. That's crazy. Out of all the countries, he said he might not come back with one hand. That's what I was telling my man. Because I heard Floyd paid for it. I heard Floyd paid for it. Right? Paid for the jewelry. But they said, okay, you paid for it. You still ain't going nowhere. Tell that nigga to bring his ass back. We want that shit back. I guess they want their jewelry back. And I think they want a little bit more than the jewelry. I think they want his hand. You don't bring your black ass over here stealing. That's that American shit. They probably offended, man. Like, you fucking American. You don't come over here with that shit, you fucking monkey and shit. Like, they call niggas monkeys and shit like that. They do. They do. They be over there pissing and shitting on black broads and shit. So, you know, they probably tolerate blacks for entertainment and shit like that. But you come over here stealing and shit, man, we might want a limb. He said overseas is different. Them niggas still operating in the 13th century. Some of that shit is law. In some of the Muslim countries, we want your hand. Which hand you stole from? Which hand you stole with? Let us get that. He said that's why they don't respect us. I'm pretty sure Floyd told him, man, you a part of the money team and you stealing, man. You got to go the fuck home. I wonder, is he still over there? He said, that's fucked up. Dude ain't come back yet. Is he in the United States? If you stole something and you got away, why the fuck would you come back? You can't do nothing but go to jail or get your motherfucking ass whooped or flogged. They flog motherfuckers over there. Flogging is a big bamboo stick, man. They probably want to do some punishment to him. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I can condense that all into this one live stream. I've seen a lot of black people, not just black people, well, a lot of black people follow me on Instagram for the most part, but I seen, and not to make it racist, but I seen a lot of niggas defending Ryan Garcia cheating. How can y'all defend a motherfucker cheating? Jimmy the Greek, in plain words, described how the black athlete is superior to other races. They fired him from NBC, I believe it was, for saying this shit publicly, that the black athlete is superior. You feel me? And with this being said, for somebody to go and take drugs and shit like that to whoop some nigga ass, that just shouldn't be tolerated. That we can't respect that. We can't respect that, man. You done got all gassed up on some drugs, bet on yourself, and kicked you some nigga ass. This motherfucker, man, should be banished from boxing, yo. You know what I'm saying? He said he was way too confident in that fight. I guess so. You done went back to the lab and turned yourself into Ivan Drago. That's what the fuck he did. A scientifically engineered athlete. This motherfucker done went the Ivan Drago route. Came back and kicked some ass. I asked somebody, I said, is this the same dude the Tank dropped with a body shot? They like, yeah, that's him. I'm like, damn. 8-1 odds. Devin Haney was plus 400 to knock him out. This motherfucker then came and kicked all this motherfucking ass, man. Bet on himself and a bunch of other shit. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. He said, cake, steroids and cocaine was the mixture for the fixture. He said, you think they're going to do a rematch? I wouldn't give him no rematch. I'd try to slide his ass out in public somewhere. I would get somewhere and try to get within reach of him, and I'd throw a sucker punch, an unsanctioned sucker punch. Man, you cheated to whoop me, man. Mike Bowers, I appreciate the super chat. To say the least, Haney was out of shape. Man, look. I'd sucker punch his ass, man. I'd get somewhere, get close to him, man. I'd tee off on his ass. No boxing gloves. Man, you didn't just kick. You done injected yourself in the booty with some shit and come up in here and whooped on me in front of all these motherfucking people. So he said Haney was winning the round. So does Devin get his belt back? He said Ryan was on one that day. You could tell the way he was acting buff. He says Haney still almost won the fight with all that. Haney said he's not interested in the rematch because of all the crazy shit Garcia was doing. He said that's where they be hitting them niggas with them needles and shit. They be hitting them in their ass and then they fucking, your hamstrings and shit like that. That's where all of your growth and shit, a lot of your testosterone is produced in your legs and shit. That's why you see power lifters always squatting and working on their legs and shit. Devin didn't lose the belt just to fight. He already has the belt because Ryan missed weight. Haney will get the L removed. Why they let Haney fight if they knew beforehand Ryan had stuff in him? It's like they wanted to see a black man die in the ring. somebody recent, a heavyweight just died because of a boxing match. This was like 2 weeks ago. A heavyweight died from injuries sustained in the ring. Holyfield was on steroids against Mike Tyson as well. I heard that. That's a story that got swept under the rug. In the South, we call them ham hocks. It takes 3 days to get the test results. Good morning, Low Key. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. I appreciate y'all for coming through. He said, no, they test right after the fight. They did a test on him before the fight, too. The funniest shit was Haney saying a law plan for him to get punched around like that. Most of the Muslims said that. I interviewed a former boxer, and he a trainer now, Lamar Williams and shit. His theory was Haney got his ass whooped because he didn't fast during Ramadan. Oh, shit. Soon as we start talking about the fight, this nigga start talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the hadiths and the Quran and shit. I'm like, man, what is you talking about? He said, man, yeah, man, Allah did that to him, man. Nigga didn't want to fast. And then he started citing, he like, my man said Kyrie did all of his damage fasted. Keem Olajuwon did damage fasted. That shit a little bit different than fighting for your life and shit. Basketball and fighting for your life, that's two different things. You could die in that ring. He said Margarito used casts in his gloves against Cotto and still didn't get kicked out. Why do athletes think they're gonna get away with it? Even if you cheat, you know in your mind that you cheated. So it's not really no victory to you. I mean, they might have gave you the belt or you might have won in front of people that was watching this shit, but the person that it means the most to, you don't feel accomplished in your own mind after doing some shit like that. He said, I be thinking that too sometimes. I can't front Allah getting his get back. That's how I feel about it, man. Good morning, everybody. Like the video. It's almost 400 people in here. That battle, y'all telling me to go check out Kendrick. I'm going to check him out. I'm going to see what he did, but chances are it's not going to change how I feel about it, man. I seen Benny Franks. Shout out to Benny Franks from Chicago and shit. They asked him on a recent podcast interview he was on how he felt about the battle. He had the most confused look on his face, man. Like, it just ain't, it don't do nothing for me and shit. I kind of feel the same way. I like what I like hip hop. I like what Rose did versus Drake. It came and went. I like Cassidy, Easy Block Captain. It came and went. I didn't approve of J. Cole tapping out. It had a brief moment of excitement because it was something going on. But if it ain't no killing, like last night, you witnessed a killing. Philly fought with all they might, but you witnessed the murder. If the competition level ain't like that, miss me with that shit. Chris Brown joint, him and Quavo. I enjoyed both of those. I did. But I didn't call them shit. I didn't call Quavo and Chris Brown a nerd battle. Chris Brown is too talented to be disregarded. This motherfucker played basketball. They said he can paint. He can dance for sure. The nigga can sing. And the nigga can rap. That's a whole lot of nigga, man. It's a whole lot to deal with. Straight up. Rome from Far Rock, what up? He said, that's what I don't understand when someone cheats and act like they ain't gonna get caught. It's ridiculous and absurd. Some mental shit. Did you see Kevin Garnett said LeBron is on that balcony? People suspect that because he's playing at a high level, but they got to prove that. The Knicks made sure to double team Maxey so he couldn't get that game winner off. You got to double team a motherfucker like that. He done showed you, man. He's a weapon. He said, I'm being too East Coast biased. I don't know what to say, man. I can't be too East Coast biased because I said that Drake should not have fucked with Tupac. He shouldn't have fucked with Tupac and Snoop as far as the AI shit. Like, I can't be being biased. I defended Tupac. I can't be being biased. It just ain't, they doing too much, man. Like, they doing too much. I don't know. I'm going to give it a listen. I'm going to go see what Kendrick said. The last Kendrick joint that came out, he was saying some shit. It was layers to it. Impactful shit. But I didn't like the beat all like that. If Haney would have cheated, you wouldn't be crying. The fuck are you talking about? I'm not no Devin Haney fan. I don't follow boxing like that. I watch when the stars come out and shit like that, but if you want to say I'm a fan of somebody, say I'm a fan of Tank. I visited the Upton Boxing Gym. I interviewed Coach Calvin Ford. You could say I'm a fan of Tank, but nah. And Haney didn't cheat. So don't say if Haney would have cheated. He didn't cheat. Ryan Garcia cheated because the last nigga that he fought hit his ass with a body shot, and he damn near released his bowels. Hey, yo. Hey, man. What hey, man. When niggas unleash them body shots, we seen the same thing happen with Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya, man. People, they don't take them shits very well. He said Tank is the face of boxing. I think Ryan took drugs before the fight. He was scared of Devin. He wanted to cancel fight. I haven't been watching NBA lately. Do you think Boston will make it to the finals and win a championship? I don't think Boston could beat a West Coast team. They would have to show me that. LeBron James dedicated himself to the game for 21 years. It won't be done again. Not on the level that he did it. It won't. I got to get to work, man. I got some work to do. I just got done working out. High intensity shit. Get that high intensity workout in, man. If you want to be ripped, it's time to get shredded for the summer and shit. High intensity workout, man. Burpees, plyometric shit, box jumps. You know what I'm saying? Using that jump rope. It's time to pull all of that shit out because it's the season and shit. But I'm about to eat some fish and grits, home fries and shit like that. So I got to go, man. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Y'all have a wonderful morning. Peace.